Cesario, novelist Harry Cruz, Andy Summers and the Soporifics. And now, it's him!
Good evening, Nick. How are you?
I'm good. I took your advice and I went and saw Kafka, Dennis.
What'd you think? Did you like it?
May I quote Mr. Rex Reed?
Yes, you can.
It's angst-tastic. Guaranteed to alienate all except Mr. Oscar.
Thanks for sharing. Seem like a good group. Why don't we all link hands, do a little kumbaya, huh? There's healing in music. All right, what's in the news, kids? Saturday in Moscow, Groundhog Day. Groundhog stuck his head out of the hole. A group of Russians jumped him and ate him. Yeah. Hey, you'll love this. The World League of American Football conducted its draft today, and surprisingly enough, I went in the third round. Lean little scat back. Oh. Got that Osgood slaughter. I'm growing too quickly. Osgood slaughter? Little knee disease. Okay, sorry about that. Self-proclaimed Florida nymphomaniac Kathy Willis. She was sentenced, She was sentenced to 400 hours of community service. Some of these jokes don't even need a punchline. Could have been worse. They could have sentenced her to 400 hours of standing up. Hello, Kathy! And in a surprise move yesterday, Mike Tyson's defense team changed his plea from not guilty to guilty but horny. Oh, here's a great one. This kills me. Three clerks at the post office on Capitol Hill were charged yesterday with selling cocaine in the post office. You know, I've been to the post office, and if they're doing coke, it is not having any effect. They need some better flake. The clerks drew the attention of authorities when drug buyers complained the cocaine ordered for Christmas had not yet arrived by mail. So, you hate to get hung up like that. Scientists are reporting that conditions exist for the creation of another hole in the ozone. They claim the hole is being created over New Hampshire, where Democratic hopefuls are using excessive amounts of hairspray, and they're not sure of the exact size of the hole, though, but they do say they believe it's comparable to the size of the hole in President Bush's new health care plan. So that'll give you an idea of the immense proportion of it. I think you see that... yeah. Nationalized health care. Sweden. ABBA. Suicide. Okay. Just free associating up here. Ferdinando. Is that the name of the little donkey in that ABBA song? Was it Ferdinando? I don't know. I'm in a corner. I'm just striking out with whatever I've got. All I had was the Ferdinand thing. A UCLA study reveals that almost half of the doctors in Los Angeles County are now afraid to treat AIDS patients. Well, I guess I got the spelling wrong on that Hippocratic oath thing, didn't I, huh? According to a recent study, doctors and lawyers are opposed to voluntary suicide. Yeah, I guess it's pretty hard to gouge a corpse. And yesterday, Prime Minister Mijashawa of Japan. Oh, like I care about the pronunciation of his name. Pronounce this, pal. He blasted the United States again. He said that most Americans lack a work ethic. You know, most Americans lack work. So now the Japanese say we don't like to work on Monday and Friday. So what? Yeah, history shows us Japanese don't mind working early Sunday morning, but that didn't do any good, did it? Let it go, guys. Go fight Mothra, okay? By the way, no wasabi on that California roll, all right? Thank you. Every day, these guys are chilling us. I'm getting a little sick of it. Now, Japanese businessman Hiroshi Yamamuchi is trying to buy the Seattle Mariners. Nice to know that not everyone in Japan is a savvy businessman, okay? Finally, Bill Clinton continues to see his support swell in the polls. Asked about his growing popularity, Clinton replied, "Oh, God, it's great. Don't stop." And tonight's guests, Catherine O'Hara, Jeff Cesario, Harry Cruz, Andy.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Pampers Phases for dry and happy babies.
Thank you. Welcome back. I'd follow you into hell, you magnificent sons of bitches. Sorry, I was watching Marine films this afternoon. Got a little carried away into Jim Whitmore land. Okay, let's do a little Miller's Index, our zippy little fun feature inspired by Harper's Magazine. The difference is here you leave the reading to us. Number of unnecessary photocopies made at U.S. businesses, 130 million. Number of unnecessary photocopies that involved a coworker's buttocks, 2 million. Number of guests at the wedding of Ronald Reagan's daughter, Patty, 134. Number of guests who forgot the bride was their daughter, 1. Percentage of Canadians who say they have never thought about having sex with a coworker, 60. Percentage of coworkers who have, while having sex, it's not going to work now. You see what it was. Why hold me up to ridicule? I couldn't read the damn thing. What was it? Percentage of coworkers who, while having sex, think about Canadians, 0. Thus the beauty of having access to my own applause button. I'm never in a corner. Okay, better read this one right, Denny. Percentage of American mothers who say they have searched their children's rooms, 43. Percentage of mothers who have planted incriminating evidence in their child's room, 5. Percentage of mothers who are Canadian, no. Rank of Fords among the cars most often bought by Asian Americans, 1. Rank of Fords among cars most often involved in ludicrous auto accidents, 1. Percentage of rural Chinese couples who say they usually spend less than a minute on foreplay, 34. Percentage of rural Chinese women who, when you mention the word orgasm, have no idea what you're talking about, 33. A lot of ancient Chinese women in the crowd tonight. The Pearl Buck tour group in here. Estimated number of dogs that have been named as beneficiaries in wills, 1 million. Estimated number of dogs that died mysteriously at a relative's house in the week following the funeral, 1 million. And number of times a nude or semi-nude woman accepted a Domino's pizza delivery in Washington, D.C. last year, 15. Number of times last year a Domino's employee said he liked his job, 15. And finally, ratio of the size of the female spider monkey's clitoris to the size of the male monkey's penis, 2 to 1. Suicide rate of the male spider monkey versus the female, 2 to 1. And that's the Miller's Index. Hey, did you see Larry King's column? I always love reading Larry King's column in USA Today. It has those weird little snippets. I isolated a couple highlights. We have paper or plastic, paper or plastic. What am I, Solomon? And caught the Little Mermaid the other day. I'm butch enough to admit I wept. And am I right, department? When a waitress uses the French 7, she gives it up. It's a little witticisms from Larry. Okay, probably should have kept them on that back table, huh? I should have known not to go to the table back there. My first guest, I'm not sure she wants to come out right now. I've got this slowed down into a tundra. My first guest is an alumnus of SCTV, one of the stars of Home Alone, and one of the truly funny people working in movies. Please welcome Catherine O'Hara. Katie Scarlett O'Hara. Sorry, I felt like I was in the South for a second. You look so pretty tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah? I first met you at SNL. You hosted it was it last year?
Yes.
God.
I remember talking to you.
Yeah, we get along.
That's about all I remember from the show. Yeah, I think so, didn't we?
You were in love right then, weren't you? Or falling in love?
Yeah, I guess I was.
You had that blush about you.
I guess I was.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I was looking at your face. Jesus, I'm sorry. I missed it. I thought it was Tinkerbell.
I'm now engaged.
Yeah? When you getting hitched?
The spring, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he a good guy?
He's a lovely guy, yeah. He's a production designer. I met him on Beetlejuice. He did the sets.
Oh, he did the sets?
Designed all the sets.
Oh, God,
yeah.
what an inventive mind, huh?
Yeah, he did Grand Canyon, which is out now. You must go see.
Yeah, I saw that, too, but Beetlejuice was much wilder. Grand Canyon was just kind of like regular apartment dwelling, but Beetlejuice was whacked. I can't wait to see your honeymoon suite. Get ready, Catherine. No, what was it? Did you have fun on SNL? Did you enjoy that? It seems like you guys who did SCTV, when you moved on from that, I don't know, it was such a grind. It doesn't seem like you like to go back to that sort of stuff, or did you enjoy it?
It's so different, though.
Oh, SNL's different?
Yes, completely. No, you have the 4 days, basically, to get it together, and then you do it live. And we didn't do it live. And we had more time, and we had more control over it. Things I just sort of got on and rode for the show. Oh, keep me on. I was so thankful for dress rehearsal. I didn't realize how useful it was.
Yeah.
I guess you know, but it was, I didn't realize that I was as nervous as I was.
Well,
I knew my attitude was wrong when I was waiting behind the door to be introduced for the dress show, and I was like, why am I here, and who are these people that they've come to see the show? Why should I be doing anything funny for them? It was just like...
Yeah, that's always a good attitude to take into it. That loving, sharing with the audience.
Yeah, the poor...
Not exactly a Wayne Newton vibe you had concocted.
No love. And the poor wardrobe designer was trying to get me to wear this nice jacket for the monologue, and I was like, that is not me. That would not be me. I would not wear that jacket. I must look like myself. This is a moment where I am me, and I must be myself.
Yeah, you tend to find yourself getting real manic there. I used to always feel I was composed about the show.
Oh,
you know, you'd walk around, but then as you get closer to it, you find out you're blowing up at the easiest reason. You know, the littlest thing just puts you off. And I've seen some heavyweights come into that place and get that look in their eye like, oh, Jesus, what am I doing? You know, it's like completely...
I hate to get testy, but I realize that's the way, when I get nervous, that's how I sort of express it. It's very stupid, because... very counterproductive.
Yeah.
But in the air show, I just thought, okay, now I know what being really nervous is, and it doesn't do any good.
Right.
It's not funny. So as we can see now.
Well, we weren't trying to be funny right now. I was just trying
Just be ourselves, okay?
I remember every time that anybody comes from SCTV, you guys must have had control of your stuff up there, because there's serious quality control. Martin Short would come in, and he'd block everything out. He was really detailed about it, and you were the same. You guys, did you run the ship up there at Second City?
Oh, we would say we would, but I'm sure others would say they did.
Yeah.
The producers, yeah. We sure were led to believe that we had a lot of control, yeah. As far as writing and rewriting and, working out the material to where you want it, and then editing and post-producing, picking the music for stuff, and,
You miss that?
No.
No? It was time to get out?
It was a great experience. It was fun. I think that's the best kind of thing to do in your early 20s, when you're really cocky and you have an opinion about everything in the world, and you know you're right, and anyone older than you is really stupid, and you're there to tell them how to do it, and
now we're in our 30s and completely beaten and just taking the money because I'm a whore. But you know, we got to take a commercial. We'll be right back with Cast of That Air. Potassium, kids, the key to any interviewing process.
but it attracts mosquitoes.
It does?
Yes, never eat bananas before you go to cottage country.
That's if you're doing a talk show in the rainforest, but we're not.
We're not? Oh,
We're here in fabulous L.A.
Still, right?
I love Louisiana. But now, I feel like I maybe right out of the box shouldn't ask you about your bow. Did I make you nervous there? No,
sorry, no.
I just felt like, Jesus, here I am. I meet somebody who I respect comedically, and the first thing I'm asking her is the dish on the guy in her life.
No, I had to get his permission, though, whether I could talk about him or not, because last time I was on a talk show, I told about how he saved my life in Cabo when we were in an undertow. And a few weeks later, we ended up in Star magazine, and it said, Bo, his name is Bo, B-O, but it said Bo as in boyfriend, B-E-A-U. Bo saves home alone mom in real life sea drama. But we were so proud of it, we've got it framed and up in the bathroom.
Now, did you just make the story up, or it was a true story?
No, it's true, it happened, yeah.
Oh, it was a true story. And they picked it up in the Star? Surprised they had room with all the Bill Clinton stuff in there, huh?
This is a while ago.
So you got it framed?
Yes, we
Now,
did.
when you get the framing done, do you, I always go in and I think, okay, I'll get it framed, it'll cost me like $20. And then they start giving you that hermetic seal crap, and they give you the tinted glass crap, you know.
Warranty?
And yeah, I've got a little
10 years?
thing like this, and all of a sudden it's $800. When you got it framed, did you get the hermetic seal?
To be honest, Bo got it framed.
Oh,
it did
Bo
for me,
did.
and I think he got it done at work.
Well, he would have got the best for you. He always wants the best for you, kid.
Doesn't he? He really does.
Hey, now
Everyone?
what's with now this Home Alone thing? Amazing, huh? You do all this great comedy your whole life. All of a sudden, you're in this movie with this amazing little child prodigy. And what is it? Is it the top grossest film of all time?
Yeah.
Is it one now? Or is E.T. still one?
Anybody
know? Spielberg's a show groupie. Steve, are you here? He's not here tonight.
Comedy. Top grossing comedy or something?
Of all time.
I think so, yeah.
What's the little Coke like? Is he good?
He's
nice
great.
kid?
Yeah, he's a sweet little guy.
I flew on a plane with him, and he walked by me, and I felt like such an idiot because I was kind of freaked out. You know? I'm sitting there, and this little Poindexter walks by me, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. I felt like such an idiot.
It is kind of scary to watch adults treat him like he's not a child.
You know,
he's not asking for that, but a lot of people.
Very infrequently, a kid gets gross points before puberty, and
he deserves it though. He carried a giant, movie, and if it was an adult, they'd be asking for that kind of money. So why not?
Is there going to be a 2 now, right? Are you doing 2?
Yeah. Which I think when
what's the conceit in 2? How do they leave him home again? That's like.
They don't. We don't leave him home.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of embarrassing for me, you see, because
you're
I'm sure when people talk to Macaulay, they say, "You're doing another Home Alone? Great. You get lost again, or you're alone again? Great." And they talk to me, they say, "You're doing Home Alone too?" Yeah. You would leave your child alone again? Well, no, I didn't mean to. You did it twice. Once is so bad.
So can you fill us in on what they do in the second one, or you can't spill the beans?
They sent the script with an agreement of confidentiality, but I didn't sign it, so... What am I going to do, go on TV and blast?
Does it take place in the States, or what do they do, like take them to Europe or something?
It's called Christmas in the Park.
Oh.
No, we did, New
York, Central Park. Wait, I see it all.
He's not at home, but,
Homeless Alone.
Daniel Stern.
I think I see the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a New York thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hip to your tricks.
And the burglars show up. The same burglars.
Well, now, how was, when you were young, how were your parents? Were they creative people?
If I say anything about my parents, my mother will have my...
Why? Have you taken a shot at her on a show already?
No,
I don't want to get into some family thing.
No, in a press junket for Home Alone, you know, they all said, this would never happen. You know, parents would never do this to their child. They could never possibly leave their child. And I'm from a big family. We had 7 kids in our family. And so I said, oh, yeah, it could happen. Oh, my mom, you know. Then I heard from my mother. Because you know, it made her look like a bad mom. But I think most parents with a lot of kids have, you know, left their kids at least for 5 minutes somewhere. Surely, haven't you? All? Yeah, see?
Oh, I love the press taking a cute little premise like Home Alone and saying this could never happen. Of course it couldn't happen. I mean, that's so weird. No, you're not going to get on a plane and forget your kid. If for only reason you don't hear his nagging. You know, you'd be thinking, wait a second, where's that drone in the background? Because when I get on a plane with my kid, he is on my neck like Jinky the fruit bat. You know, it's just like... You can't miss your kid. They're right there in your face the whole time.
Well, I'm doing the sequel, so I have to defend it to my...
Okay, well, I love the, I like the
shooting.
film. I'm not decrying the film. I'm just finding it a little odd to think that you could leave
You would hope you wouldn't, would you? But wait till you have 7 kids and you leave one of them somewhere.
I can't. I've had every tube in my body type. But, you know,
Congratulations.
Some of it capillary tubing. Oh, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you,
nice to see you again. We'll be right back with comedian Jeff Cesario.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by new Ultra Dash. Cleans a mess for less.
It is raining in L.A. The sky runs blue-black and brain-gray. The streets are greasy, and even the Mercedes are flecked with leaves and mud. It is winter, and red, green, and yellow traffic lights flicker in the puddles and pools along the gutters. I am unhappy and in love with myself, like all good show business people, and want to drink and smoke for the rest of my life. Okay, we're back. And, just a little dark snippet. My next guest has done 2 Showtime comedy specials and won 2 Ace Awards. He is a perceptive, funny stand-up, probably my best friend in the world, too. Please welcome Jeff Cesario. Jeffrey!
Thank you very much. How you guys doing tonight? You doing pretty good? You know, to me, the scariest thing about George Bush blowing chow is that, you know, within 6 months, the Franklin Mint is going to have this commemorative presidential barf bag series we have to run. I'm telling you, this is the wrong year for an election. We have nobody to vote for. Who? David Duke, former Grand Dragon of the KKK? He called that a youthful indiscretion. What the hell does that make Hitler? Just kind of a feisty kid, huh? Pat Buchanan, basically Dice Clay with an English Lit degree. The Democrats should know better. Who are you going to vote? Bill Clinton. I don't know if he's a womanizer or not, but I'm pretty sure I spotted him in a Robert Palmer video. I think that's a bad sign. I'll tell you. Democrats are in some sad shape, man. They're taking that donkey logo a little too seriously. They are just... For them, it's like, who's even running? It's not even an election. For them, it's like a Star Search category. Our next Democratic spokesmodel, Tom Harkin. Tom enjoys legislation, but his strongest category is the evening gown competition. We live in strange times. You know the most popular show so far this year? The Elvis Conspiracy. Who the hell wanted Elvis dead? Who? Fabian? Who wanted Elvis dead? What, some bizarre coalition between Slim Fast and the Velvet Painters Society? Nobody wants Elvis dead. Just think about this. We live in an era when Alice Cooper is drug-free and a golf nut. But half the Partridge Family is in detox. What the hell is that all about? What? We have been listening to the wrong albums backwards, man. Fourth largest cause of death in this country right now? Sitting in a fast food restaurant at the wrong damn time. Someone's always shooting up a McDonald's. Boy, if this doesn't prove the correlation between red meat and aggression, nothing will. No one ever grabs an Uzi and blasts his way through, and I can't believe it's yogurt. It doesn't happen. Jesus. We're in the middle of an economy crisis, the budget's a mess, and what are we doing? You know how we're spending our money, our tax dollars? We're sending a radio beam into space to try to contact alien beings. I think these guys at NASA have been watching a little too much Spielberg, okay? They think if the alien beings get our little radio message, they're gonna come down to Earth, and they're gonna be these cute little cuddly alien beings with fur that you can pat and big brown eyes and little flashlight fingers. They just want to go home. What if they're not? What if they're like giant, badass, biker alien beings? What if they just come down here, kick our ass, turn us into slave labor? We have to mine cobalt on the planet Bunga because NASA wanted to say hi. So hopeless. Although I bet we all hope that there are superior beings out there somewhere. Because, quite frankly, we don't want to be it. What if we're it? What if we're the hope of the galaxy? We can't even merge onto the highway correctly. We're in huge trouble. What if they're dumber than us? That's almost more frightening. What if they're just idiot, hee-haw geeks from space, man? They just land the mothership, some lizard goober walks out in bib overalls. Hey, where's your bathroom? Look what we do with our time. We invent stuff like eyeglass stores. Eyeglasses in about an hour. No. Some things should take a couple of days, okay? These are your eyes. This isn't a pizza. I don't want someone scrambling out from behind a curtain. 59-minute mark, the guy comes out, hey, here's your glasses, just take them. I'll tell you. Here's the topper. I go to my bank. Today to get checks. I can't get plain old regular checks. No, I have to get designer checks now. Little pictures on them. Confetti, balloons, some pinhead skiing in Utah. Now, when I'm writing out checks, I'm generally sending money to people I hate. I want to see a picture of an IRS agent burning in hell.
We got a little design flaw here, maybe.
Yeah, I think we get some comedy steps there.
Yeah, I was going to put one of those little rope ladders from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. You know that? Maybe a little coal car that you could come over it.
Hey, listen, man. If you keep running your hand through your hair, you're going to look like Mel Cooley from the Dick Van Dyke Show. Man, you got to stop that.
I know.
That's my only comment on the show.
It's a nervous
It's
tick,
a great
man.
show, but you're going to be bald, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, I hate to say this, and I've never revealed this to the public at large, but I have a female breast right here up on the top of my head. And you can't see it under the mop, but... Hey, I don't want to shoot holes in your McDonald mass murderer theory, but when was the last time you saw any red meat at the Arches, pal, huh? Jesus,
that's true.
Boy, those milkshakes, they have a half-life like deuterium-234 back.
They are serving everything, too, at those places. It's just insane, man. They got, like, pizza now. McDonald's has, like, pizza, which is just, what are they putting on pizza? It's like, what do you want, raspberries on your pizza? No! It's a pizza. I'm Italian. I'm from Italy. There's no pineapples in Italy, trust me. I need to rake my pizza after I get it from, like, McDonald's. Get that crap off it.
All right, we're going to come right back, talk more to Jeff. Hey, you were best man at my wedding.
Oh, man.
Can we rap about it, dude?
Speaking about a breast on my head.
Oh, we'll be right back after this. know, when we're all together here, spinning the dreidel, and well, I realize what life's all about. Okay. You know what the dreidel is, don't you?
I'm from the Midwest. Yeah, I know what dreidel is.
Okay, beautiful. Remember my wedding now? It was great. I had all these comics at my wedding.
That was pretty wild. I was the best man at Denny's wedding, which amounted basically to emceeing, because it was like Robin Williams was there, and Shandling, and Dana Carvey, and all those guys.
And everybody did time at the reception.
And I had to, like, give them time. Yeah, this is true. It was like a comedy show. I mean, we had to give them time, okay? Gary, you're going to do 8 minutes. And then the bride's father's going to come on. Then,
Robin just went on. We had to give him the light. Yeah, he was just out there, man. It was like...
Had to flag him down.
With the flashlight.
There was another wedding coming in. He was still doing time. It was unbelievable. But you know, I'm in a relationship now.
Yeah, with Michelle, the lovely Michelle, huh?
I learned a lot about what marriage can do to a guy when I saw you get married. I mean, you're handling it great, but as Denny's best man, he came over to my house the morning of the wedding, and you were together. He's the most together, smart-ass, together guy working TV, right? So he's like, hey, man, let's do this thing, right? All right, so I look outside, and you just bought your brand new car, and it looked like it'd been through the Paris to Dakar rally. I mean, it was just soaked in mud. I said, I have to wash your car. I go down, I wash your car, I come back up, then he's sitting on my couch like this. He's just catatonic all of a sudden. It must have just hit you. You look like John Landis offered you a helicopter flick. I mean, you were just out.
Well, you know, even if...
You were like twitching.
Even if you're in love, at some point when you're bringing that
the
plane in, man, you realize you're trying to land it on a plateau. You know, it's scary. So you get scared
I had to drive you to your wedding in your car. Then he gets there, boom, everything goes smooth. Well, 11:30 at night, the bride, the groom, Allie, you guys get in the car. Bye, bye, bye. I'm standing outside. I'm the last one. I have no ride. You left me at your wedding.
I can't believe it.
I had to go home with your bride's parents. They were nice enough, but they're from Canada. They don't know where the hell they're going. It's true. I looked like a maitre d' without a change of clothes. I'm in a bad tux. It was horrible.
Now, you're going to get hitched, man? Last time I saw you, God, you held out for a long time. You seem really in love there.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, my married friends, about half of them are having the time of their lives, and in the other half, something's horribly wrong. You know, I talked to the other half. They sound like temporary help at a department store. You know, they, hey, Bill, you want to go out for a beer? I'm really not allowed to leave this area. It scares me. I'll admit it. It scares me because, you know, you see these old people.
Did you ever see Mark Schiff's bit about that? Where his dad just sits there in his underwear all the time. Oh, yeah, right. And his mom says, your brother's coming over. He's like, he's my brother. Do I have to put pants on? You know?
Right. You know, it's just, you see, and especially the longer it lasts, these people have been married like 50, 60 years, and then finally the wife passes away. And then like a week later, the husband passes away. And everybody always says, oh, that's love. Yeah, maybe it's love. Maybe she just didn't tell him where she put his medication. You know? Who knows at that point? And I'm not going to embarrass Michelle. You know, when I make the marriage call, I'm going to make the marriage call because everybody's asking, are you going to get married? And I don't want to namby-pamby. Women don't want to hear you go, maybe, maybe, I'll have to think about it. No, they want to hear you make that call, you know, like a Wells Fargo stagecoach driver. You going to get married? Hi-ya! You know, that's what they want to. They want to hear a big yes, man.
Well, some women like to hear that whip sound. Now, sorry. The soft fun of bondage thing. Well, it's good to see you, man. I miss you, and I haven't seen you enough lately. I'll give you a buzz, okay? Jeffrey Cesario. We'll be right back. How about Harry Cruz after this? Good tonight, Ando. Tomorrow night, my guest will be Ed Begley Jr., actress Patsy Kensit, Scottish recording artist Texas, and they're crazy about him in Glasgow. And from the Naked Lunch, special effects alchemist James Isaac and Mark Wallace. Okay, more Filofax of the famous. Here's a page from the Filofax of director JFK Oliver Stone. This is Ollie's day, 4 a.m., get up, check house for snipers. 9:30 a.m., breakfast, raw egg, live fish. 10:30 a.m., call CIA, ask them if they have Prince Albert in a can. 11 a.m., call Paramount, check on progress to remove name as writer of Conan the Barbarian. 12:30 p.m., order research on Lincoln assassination for new film about same. 1:30 p.m., read research about Lincoln assassination. 6:30 p.m., disregard research, make up own story. And that's Oliver Stone's day right there. Yeah. Okay. Now, our next gentleman, the Chicago Tribune has called this man the resident storyteller of today's South. He is the author of 12 novels, including his latest, Scar Lover. That's a delicate little title, huh? Please welcome Harry Cruz, folks. Scar Lover.
Nothing can happen bad now.
No.
Let me run some by you. I was scoping your layout here from back there. And I saw these steps. And I thought, this is going to be the hardest thing I've done since I went through advanced combat training at Camp Lejeune in the Marine Corps. Because I got these bad wheels. I'm either drunk or doped. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm not. I just got motorcycle, karate, football, wheels, and so I walk funny.
Now, at Camp Lejeune,
the only funny thing I do. I'm sorry.
At Camp Lejeune, they didn't teach any of those death grips or anything, did they?
Every last one.
Okay, good. Let's move on then.
So
Here,
be
Harry.
sweet.
All right. Interesting haircut there, huh? Looks like Gabriel on the first Genesis tour.
This is Freak the Citizens Month.
Yeah?
Yes.
What is this, sort of a G. Gordon Liddy meets Vanilla Ice type thing? I love the fact you left the sideburns on, man.
Yeah.
That kills me.
Yeah.
Why, you like kind of being an outsider, though, don't you? I would sense
Well, I don't know
that
if I'd
about
liked it or not, but that's what I've been my whole life, man. I mean, dig this. You know, I cut my hair like this, and I got a do and a two. And if you can see my tattoo here, it's got a skull underneath the line from E.E. Cummings. It says, how do you like your blue-eyed boy, Mr. Death? Wonderful line. Always loved it. But it's for something I'm working on, and I'm trying to get back into what I've been my whole life, feeling as though I were on the outside.
Yeah.
One line. I joined the Marine Corps, man. I come off Sheriff Carper's farm there by the Okefenokee Swamp. Went to Paris Island, got into a platoon. Every last guy in there was from New Jersey. I didn't know what a pizza was. Had never heard of one. Didn't know what pepperoni was.
Yeah.
And it's sort of been that way.
But
Sort of the way it's worked out.
So what did you guys do? Compare notes on swamps? Or,
No, we didn't do that. They were, as my mother would say, unseemly to me.
Yeah.
And son, until you've been unseemly to by a Marine platoon,
Right.
you don't know unseemly.
Well.
It starts up there with the nipple on the top of your head you were talking about. It goes right down to your heels, brother.
I'm marked for life now that I said that.
I sort of like it.
Yeah?
I'd like to steal that.
Now your books seem to be so. Some of your book, I was browsing through this. Some of it seems so harsh, and yet it seems like this man is healed by the power of love. That seems like quite a soft touch for somebody like you. What? You an old softy at heart, Harry?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a big departure from what I have done in the past. Although my books are funny, I don't know why. I've never said anything funny in my life. But when I write, it turns funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say something here. You know, it's funny games time. I'm going to do this, but this is heavyweight stuff here. I just happen to believe that love, uncommitted love, without reservation, will heal anything. Somebody meets you, they love you that way. Jack, you got a crossed eye or a hair lip or whatever. Don't matter. I mean, they love it all. And I also think that when you find out that you really love somebody, you know how you find it out?
How?
You find out one day that you love their defects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, if it's a lady, you know, your lady, and you know, she's got one side of her face is paralyzed. You find out you love it. You love that little paralyzed half face.
And maybe she maybe she falls in love with, like, an odd haircut, or,
Well, that's not that. That's a cabinet hinge there.
Oh, you got a
that in
hinge in your
Alaska.
elbow. Oh, that's a
Playboy-
cute idea.
Playboy sent me to Alaska to write about the pipeline, right? Weird assignment, crazy. I won't bore you with it. But I was very bad to drink then, and I was very drunk, and somebody put it on me when I was unconscious, and I woke up and put it on the expense account. Hugh Hefner paid $60 for that tattoo. You watching, Hugh? There it is. You saw it before.
There isn't a
Okay.
week that goes by that I don't wake up unconscious at the pipeline with a tattoo on some part of my body. But then again, that's just me. Now, having said all those sensitive things about love, are you just recently divorced, or is that?
No, I've been divorced 22 years.
Oh.
I was married to a very, very beautiful
I got
woman.
good notes.
And I got divorced, and I thought one was my fair share. And so I never got married again. Lived with some, I had visitors, you see, from time to time, which is nice. But married again, no, because this woman was a great woman. And I said to myself, son, you can't live with this woman? This wonderful, beautiful, perfect, wonderful.
Yeah, Joan
You
of
can't
Arc.
do that?
All right.
Yeah, Joan of Arc. You say that? That's right. She was Joan
No,
of
I
Arc
don't say
plus.
that funny. I just mean you idealize her, and if you couldn't live with her, you're thinking, who the hell
she
can
was
I live
yeah.
with, right?
So I said, screw it, man. It ain't in the cards for some guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not in the cards to me.
Somebody's
It's
got to
lonely
ride
sometime.
lone on the herd, Harry. I think you're that guy, man. Thanks for coming on, brother. It's nice to meet you. You
Nice to
seem
meet
like a
you,
different
man.
breed of cat. Harry Cruz, folks. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Drixoral, the 12-hour prescription strength cold medicine. Drixoral.
I'd like to thank my guests, Catherine O'Hara, Jeff Cesario. Jeff Cesario, February 8th, will be at the Rialto Theater in Joliet, Illinois. And I'd like to thank Harry Cruz. Harry, Papa Hemingway, why don't you go say we go bust up a bar somewhere, huh?
I feel like some heavyweight mugging. Let's do it.
Good night, teenagers.
When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel.